What's up, everybody?
Are we live already?
Suki, we are live in an instant on this show. Not only are we live, but it's a trifecta of liveness here with our guy Phil Paz in the house. You know what? I didn't even want to wait. I just wanted Phil to just come right up with us. Our band leader, he's here. He's back.
I'm here. Phil. I love it. Louise is here. Louise Morel, Gloria Della Pietro, Lisa Lafreniere is here. Peg Burns is here. Oh, Peg saying love Phil. Sweetie Brookshire, Louise, Carrie Minyard, hello. Suki Scott, Phil, Cheryl Thompson, hello from Jamaica.
I'm sharing it up. I'm sharing it up.
Kathy from Dublin, Georgia saying hello. Jackie Durgan, Barbara Morbido, Jessica
Jackie
Flowers.
Jurgen? Jackie Jurgen?
Jackie Durgan, I believe. Glenda Herschel Houston, Pearl Clausen, Donna Fraschetto, Michelle Beatrice from New Jersey, Sheila Gibson. Everybody saying hello. Hello from Illinois. Rhonda joining us. Oh my God, Karen from Denmark. Hello, Karen.
From Denmark in the house, Suk?
Denmark, Karen, right there. Denmark in the house.
Wow, I like it. Suk, how do I look tonight with my new camera? Do I look even? How do I look?
I'm trying to get Eric out of the shot. That's what I'm trying to do. He's like in the back.
Listen,
you look good. I see a remarkable difference. Phil and I said you look crystal clear, really.
Do we look clear tonight?
You look really good. Yeah.
I was going off the computer screen camera all this time. I finally got one today. It took me 8 weeks to get this friggin' thing delivered. I don't know if it looks any different. Sounds it. I got my regular microphone, but here I am. We're ready to rock and roll. Phil's in the house. We got an amazing show. Emmy's coming up, the supermodel. We got an NFL ref, John Hussey, Suk. Why do we have an NFL ref coming up? Not to talk about the NFL. This guy he's the CEO of a company called Cuddly, and they have been rescuing animals, and the pandemic has just turned this thing into a total boom. Everybody's rescuing animals. I love this guy. We're going to have him on. Phil's going to sing all night. It's going to be great.
We talked about animals and rescuing animals a little bit with Carol Walt. She was doing a lot of that on Long Island as well during the pandemic, raising money for a lot of these small shelters and really getting that done.
Yeah. And Phil, how you doing, pal? We haven't seen you in a while.
I'm doing good. I'm doing very, very good. The weather here is it's nice. It's been in the 80s, 90s, and it's actually really windy today. But generally, I've been working out in the yard, hanging out by the pool, just playing in my man cave, and kind of enjoying life. You know, you talk about the animal rescues. When I was a police officer, you know, I don't know how many times I would be out on patrol, and I would come across some animals that were hurt or orphaned or whatever reason. I was all the time putting these little puppies in my police car and driving around trying to find owners for them. So I understand that how people feel about animals. I know I'm an animal lover from way back.
Me too, man. I love it. You know, it's funny because when I shoot stuff out in the back for WWE, Suk.
I thought you were talking about shooting something else.
No. When I'm shooting,
with that,
I'm shooting.
Like pause.
When I shoot on camera stuff and like in the backyard, like on a day like today, it's like a zoo back there. I've got chipmunk, squirrels. I've got gophers running around. There's deer that walk around in the fences behind me. Oh yeah, I got a big fat gopher who runs out, and I yell. I'm like, "What are you doing?" And he runs back under the shed. But it's funny because they all run around me like they don't know that I know that they're there, you know, because it's so quiet in the morning and they're running around and I'm like, I see you, get out of my shot. And it's just they're chasing each other and I just love it, man. Dogs especially, forget it. Yeah, I'm telling you, animals are better than people.
All right. You know, guess Shimei Dominguez. Remember, she had her birthday with us. She celebrated her birthday. She's actually joining us on vacation right now.
What? She's on vacation? Where is she?
Yeah.
Where is she? On the beach?
I think she is. She probably will be.
Nice.
I don't know. It's amazing. I love it. Thank you for keeping us a part of your routine. I love it. Thank you.
Phil, I know ever since I announced that you were coming on today, many people have chimed in. They were looking for songs, putting in suggestions, like you're a human jukebox. First of all, how's it been since you put out the video and the song on iTunes? How's that going for you?
It's getting some pretty good traction. I mean, a lot of people are buying it, and I'm getting a lot of messages from all over the world saying, "Hey, we love your song."
Nice.
And it's doing really good.
Beautiful.
So I think we should get to it. These people are loving you. I mean, they're like, Phil, I need to hear you sing. Pat from Belton, South Carolina says, I need to hear you. Yeah. Oh, S.J. Smith watching you from London, UK right now.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
I had a guy the other day message me and told me that he really enjoyed my music in broken English. He really enjoyed my songs, and he was messaging me from Cambodia.
Wow.
Whoa. That's cool.
So I've got some fans that have messaged me from Cambodia, the UK, Ireland, Sweden. So yeah, I'm just glad that I can share it with people around the world.
Yeah, I mean, we've got folks on here right now from Arkansas to Quebec. So we really got a nice eclectic group, Phil. So listen, let's get it going, man. You know, the floor is yours. I know you're going to stick around throughout the show, and Sweden in the house, just chiming in, Florida.
Wow.
What song you want to kick us off with?
Let's see, people have been sending me all kind of requests. Elvis, I see that a lot. So I thought I'd kick off with a little Elvis.
Okay.
Floor is yours, my friend.
Well, bless my soul, what's wrong with me? I met you like a man on a fuzzy tree. My friends say I'm acting wild as a bug. I'm in love. I'm all shook up. Yeah. Oh, well, my hands are shaky and my knees are weak. I can't seem to stand on my own 2 feet. Who do you think when you had such a luck? I'm in love. I'm all shook up. Yeah. I'm all shook up.
Baby. Yeah. I'm all shook up. Nova Scotia, Canada in the house. Barbara Smith LeBlanc. All over. Wow. Let me see what we got here. Phil, you are awesome. Where is it? There we go. Hey, Phil, Tennessee. Everybody loves when you sing Tennessee Whiskey.
Tennessee Whiskey, yeah. That's a favorite, huh?
Yeah, I can do that one.
Go ahead. Let me hear a little Tennessee. Bring that one back.
I used to spend my nights out in a bar room. Liquor was the only love I've ever known. Now you rescued me from reaching for the bottom, and you brought me back from being too far gone. Now you're as smooth, as Tennessee whiskey. You're as sweet as strawberry wine. You're as warm as a glass of brandy, baby. And honey, I stay stoned on your love all the time.
Nice.
Again, Phil.
Nice.
The ladies are loving it. They're like, Phil, no hat today. Phil, yes, Phil is married, ladies and gentlemen, happily for many, many years. So I'll be your wingman there, Phil. I'll just kind of take it all. My wheeze are neat, Phil. My knees are weak. That's what I wanted to say. My wheeze are weak.
My wheeze are neat.
Your wheeze are neat? My knees are weak too, but for different reasons. Suk, I just said Emme was a little confused about how she joins in, so I just resent her the link.
Okay.
So she should be on any minute. Phil, are you things are opening up slowly but surely. They're talking about sports coming back. Are you a big sports guy? Do you miss any of that stuff, or you kind of, you're always too busy working in the past to really enjoy any of that?
In Oklahoma, if you're not a Sooner fan, then
Yeah,
there's something wrong with you. And I've been a Sooner fan my whole life. So yeah, really hoping that we get everything opened up so I can see my Sooners.
yeah, right. Yeah. Who's the quarterback again for the Sooners? I've been not, sports has been off for so long. I forget who's where. It begins with a J, I think. The quarterback. Hold on. Now I gotta look him up.
Google it and tell me.
Yeah.
While I'm doing that, somebody wants to know if you will sing. Oh, I just lost it. I
got it. Hold on.
Jalen Hurts.
That's it. Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts.
I knew it. I said it began with a J. I knew it was Jalen Hurts. Yeah. So listen, we got an NFL ref coming up. We'll see if we'll see if the football. Listen, I think football will be back. Just probably not with a crowd. So I think the beautiful and talented Emme just joining us now.
Oh, good.
I think let's bring her in. Hold on. There she is. There she is.
Hey, Emme.
Emme, can you hear us? Can you see us?
I can hear you.
Emme, turn your phone sideways.
You gotta turn it the long way. Yep.
There you go.
There we go. Hi, guys.
See that?
Hi, Emme.
Hey, how are you guys?
Oh, so good to see you.
Say hello to Phil. He's our band leader.
Hey, Phil. How are you?
Hi, Emme. I'm doing good.
Oh, my gosh. I didn't realize how much sun I got today.
It's a good thing to get some sun and to enjoy the weather and to get outside.
I think so. We got up really, really early this morning, and I was like over ambitious and brought boogie boards and all this stuff. I had a lot of work, but I was like, I got to take a little bit of a break and jump out. So it was cold. It was cold.
Yeah, it looks like the sun's blasting you right now through the window.
Oh, hello. Look what I have. Hello.
There you go.
Okay, I'll keep it that way.
There you go. Nice. Now you got nice splash of sun. Emme, how you doing? Everything's good, huh?
Thank God. Yes. Thank God. Yes, my daughter is healthy and well. I am healthy and well. And it's really something to see that we're going to be opening up here. And scares the heck out of me in one way, but I'm also happy to see
progress being made, right?
Forward. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, we got to give you a proper intro. So let's just intro you up. 2 decades.
Light it up.
Trusted fashion model, wellness beauty advisor, founder of Fashion Without Limits, Revlon spokesperson, 2018 named Godmother of the Full-Figured Industry by Oprah herself, everybody.
Godmother, wow.
Author of 5 books, Glamour Magazine Woman of the Year. I mean,
Dookie's friend.
Yes, my friend. It just goes on and on and on and on the list. And what she does right now during the pandemic has been super interesting because she actually has like a morning meditation where she's reading books and it's like a discussion. And I kind of stumbled on Emme because I wake up early. And what's the first thing you do? You get on your phone and look at your Instagram. Yeah. And there she is going live at like 7 o'clock in the morning on the dot. And there she is. Is it 7 or 8? I don't know. Is it 7 or it's 7, right?
It's 7:30 in the morning Eastern Standard, and we light a candle, and we have people look at my nails.
Don't worry, look at mine. It's all a mess. Trust me. Every woman.
And you call yourself a supermodel? How dare you?
Darling. Yes, so super COVID. Let me tell you. So, we light a candle for people who are all on the front line. And we've had, every community has had so many people serve and also feel the hardship here. And so we've been together for 82 days.
Wow.
As of today.
Yeah,
and I actually took the day off. And when I go and there's a bunch of people that carry the torch and still do what they're doing. But right now we have shifted really, really in a great way to listening to the 1619 podcast from the New York Times.
Mm-hmm.
And we're lighting more and more, we're lighting our candle and adding more and more people within the Black Lives Movement.
Yeah.
And educating and learning and getting into our meditation.
Yeah, understanding. I kind of, you got me sucked into Brene Brown, I believe. What a powerhouse. If people don't know who she is, Emme, say hello. I don't think you've ever met her.
What's
yep.
her name?
Her name is Shyla.
Hi, Shyla.
Hi to Emme.
Hello.
You're such a gem of a girl. Oh my gosh.
Yes, she wants to show you a unicorn. She might drive back and forth. Anyway, I totally got enveloped in Brene Brown because her whole philosophy of courage and vulnerability and all of those stories of where we need to be as people. And I think all of those tenets really ring through. I mean, she's been doing it for many years and sending out those messages into the universe for many years. But she is, wow, what a thought leader. Wow.
For right now?
Crazy. Yeah.
It's so crazy. And I do have to say, like, when I'm using my emphasis and my nails are so bad, it's so cool. It's so cool. But I really love it. And I love not wearing makeup. I have highlighter on and, I have a little mascara.
A little bit of mascara. That's it. Yeah.
Right? But
Phil, you got mascara working?
No.
He's like, no, I don't think so. But it's so fun to be able to use these live platforms to have fun, to educate, and this is my practice in the morning. I did not know how to help serve at the very beginning of all the stay in stuff. And I just said, well, I meditate and I could use some help staying accountable. And it's actually been quite cool. It's been a really cool process to be live during all that's been going on and then moving into this movement and then just being like, I am extremely ignorant and I've got a lot to learn. And so there's also people that have had death and life crinkling in the liveness. It's just been really beautiful.
Yeah.
Brene Brown rocks. Every leader should be reading her right now.
Yeah, a lot of people should read Brene Brown.
When Suki introduced you, she forgot to mention Syracuse University Hall of Fame, I believe. No,
wait, are you guys Syracuse grads? Or are either
No. I was never smart enough for Syracuse, so I surrounded it, Emmy. I went to Cortland first, and then Oswego.
Okay.
So I sandwiched it in, but I was never allowed to actually go learn at Syracuse.
I went to school in Pennsylvania.
What?
I went to school in Pennsylvania, but I worked in Utica. So I spent my time, my first television station was an ABC affiliate in Utica, New York. And all we had were Syracuse grads. If you didn't go to the Q's, you were a loser. You were a loser.
That's so funny. But you got to really understand snow and how many feet were the tall, like how many feet did you have at the highest of your snow experience? Seriously.
Oh, yeah. Oswego was brutal.
4 feet or 5?
At least. At least. Oswego, you're on Lake Ontario, so you got the winds were whipping around. And you would they would have underground passageways in the winter, so you wouldn't get, I mean, you literally get swept away in that place.
Yeah. It's like Minneapolis. You go, I think there's tubes. I did a book signing and there's tubes between the buildings. And it was during the wintertime. And I said, tubes, what are you talking about? You needed them. You didn't want to put your finger out there,
So listen, we want to know how the world looks like for you now as you reemerge after, you said 83 days, like, not in COVID and really like kind of self-isolating. How does the world look? And, I really do believe you have done your service much more than so many of us, I think, felt very isolated, trapped, the day-to-day, depending on how many obligations we had within the day. If you know what I mean, if you have young kids, if you're still working, if you're an essential worker, married to an essential worker, I mean, it runs the gamut and you don't feel like, it's really happening for you. You know, you don't,
Right.
that's something that I've grappled with, Scott and I, like, are we doing enough? Are we lifting each other? You know, are we this is why we created this platform.
It's so great.
To connect
You're
people.
fun. We need levity. So that
Yeah.
what you guys are doing is lifting the spirit, and you're being silly, and you're being hilarious and goofy with one another, and showing kinship and friendship. And I think we really need that. And so I hats off to you. We need this. And a lot of the personalities like yourselves that we are so used to seeing on TV and tuning in to hear how the banter is going to be, or how your relationships are, because you're both are very down to earth. And it's lovely that you, and it's true though. And people do tune in for that relationship too. And when we don't have those opportunities and everyone's trying to do stuff from home, there's a disconnect. But it's really lovely to see that you've come together and you're
we've created our own environment. This is our own ecosystem where we bring in our friends, and our friends tell two other friends, and so on and so on. And that's what we want to do, you know?
Emme, see, I think Suki and I really just kind of fooled the general public. We're multi Emmy winners, and we're big stars here in New York, and we really don't like to talk to people. So this is an act until things get back to normal. Once we're in the studio again, it's, you know.
How's it been with having the show? You do this how many times?
Every night. Every night, Monday through Friday.
Every night you're producing, you're getting people
for 83 days. Yeah.
Right. And then, you know, do you miss the studio?
Can I tell you something? I was back in the studio Sunday for unrelated to a WWE pay-per-view. I was in the studio. And it's almost weird now. Everybody, you know, it's a very limited crew. People are wearing masks. You know, it's when you're on camera with another person, and the audience feels like you're not 6 feet apart. They'll comment on that because we're not wearing masks, obviously, when you're on the air. So it's kind of a weird thing. But I personally felt good being back in the studio with those cameras. You know, the makeup girl and with the light and the cameras moving. Yeah, a little light. And,
the light. Take it from a model. You have to have the light. Damn it.
No, but what I missed, I don't miss doing the news, right? Like I felt personally, like I felt like, it was like 28 years of doing local news, and I just was done. It was interesting how like my transition happened at a time where, I mean, I have young kids, so they need me, you know, they really need me. And I couldn't imagine like having to isolate myself. God forbid something happened. Who's here to take care of? I mean, there were so many variables that I felt like, I felt like the universe gave me a card. Like, you know, it just said, you know what, something's going to happen. And you know what, trust your gut. You're making the right choices. And, you know, I'm working now for TLC and Discovery, which I'm incredibly excited about. Yeah. And so that's a new opportunity that kind of happened for me.
You need a co-host?
We need like a woman show. Yes, with Scotty.
Yeah. That's what we need. We need more shows with only women on them. There aren't enough of those.
No, but with Scotty, I think we need a male perspective too. I was saying that there's not enough shows of people from our age group, like you know, everything skews so young these days.
I'm older than you, so don't even worry. But hold on.
Okay. All right. But you know, I always say like there's so much that you can discuss. There's so much that you still have to learn, but there's so much wisdom that you already possess. Yeah. That you want to share with the younger generation, you know what I mean? Or with anybody that's willing to listen, you know?
Yeah. If you package it up where it's not preachy, and you kind of talk from the sisterhood, eternal, endless pot of resources and experience, and also putting out the wish list and showing hope and the joys that you've had. Yes. And not just you know, if we're going to just really talk, not just about hair and makeup, and although I love having fun with that,
Yeah.
like digging into some juicy bits and
Yeah.
talking about it and talk about all these different things, because I think women really don't have the clanship, the kinship between each other, where you're part of a group and you grow up together. We're all very separated, and there's something very important if you have TV going forward, like after all that we've gone through.
Yeah.
Oh my God. If we see stuff that's so frivolous,
you're kind of going to be like, oh, I don't want to watch this. Yeah. But, you know, it depends on my mood, because sometimes the world is so heavy right now that I have to take a step back, because it's like mental processing. Like you can only click so much in your head. And so, you know, the files have to sort of recharge. The batteries have to recharge for you to digest and move through. And I think that's what people really need to realize, that this is all a process. We're processing together, all of us. And it takes all of us to create, you know, whatever this world will be post-COVID, post everything.
Yes.
So anyway, what are your plans for the summer, Emmy?
I'm definitely going to see my family. My brother is down in North Carolina, and my sister's coming up from Houston. We're like, okay, it's time to see each other. So our entire family is going to be doing a road trip to North Carolina, and that's going to be great.
Nice.
Just connecting with friends and keeping it cool and keeping it, you know, safe. And, you know, just being aware that we keep on hearing that there's going to be something popping up again in the fall, and I just don't want to play around. So I love to camp, and I love windsurfing and kite surfing. So I'm going to do a little bit of that too, of course. And
listen, Scott, before all this happened, she was training for a Tough Mudder.
Tough Mudder?
Yeah.
I'm not doing that, unfortunately.
I was going to ask you, I was like, what on God's green earth made you want to do a Tough Mudder of all things?
Spartan races. Well, I don't know.
Spartan races, yes. Is that a Tough Mudder? Or is it different?
They bought the company. So Spartan bought the company. I was a Division I Syracuse University at full athletic scholarship rower. I love being active, love. And I turned like 55, and I was like, so TikTok, what am I going to do? Like, who in their right mind is going to be leaping over fences and pulling, like, it was insane.
A lot of mud.
But I had a good time. I really had a good time. But Mamacitas, I am not going to be doing that once COVID is truly lifted. I'm going to do other things. I don't need to be hauling myself all over, although I love Spartan and I loved my trainers. They were great. It was awesome to know that your body can do a lot of stuff if we give it a chance. I'm going more kinder and gentler, and I might do long distance biking. And that's me though. I'm very into nature and doing some fun stuff physically. So yeah, right. If I'm going to be challenged to raise money for a lot of money, I would love to swim a mile at a time in all different parts of the world to raise funds for something. No, I'm not joking. I would die for that. That would be so much fun.
Wow. Emmy, thank you so much for hanging out with us.
Scott's going, get her off. It's too
No, listen, you realize, you know, it's been 25 minutes. Everything goes so fast on this show because it's so fun.
Other guests, and we haven't even talked to.
Oh well, Phil. Listen, Phil.
Phil.
Emmy, listen. You wanted Phil's gonna sing. Why don't you hang for a second? Listen to Phil sing, because the women around the globe they melt when he sings.
Emmy, I just wanted everybody to know, if you want to join Emmy, follow her on Instagram. Is at Emmy, right? EMME.
It's Supermodel Emmy.
Supermodel Emmy.
Hey,
you took my moniker.
So, dude, join us at 7:30. It would be really, really lovely, and just sit back, get comfy, bring your coffee, and we'll get into some really cool stuff and a good meditation. Great music.
That's every morning.
I'm gonna after this is done.
Every single morning, 7:30. Sorry, Suki. What?
After this is done, we're gonna talk. After this is done, because I have so many questions. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Bye, Emmy.
Thank you.
Bye, Emmy.
Thank you for the joy you share with us.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Wow. Phil, she's unbelievable, huh?
Yeah, she's awesome, man.
You know,
She
was on
she
People
wrote it.
Magazine, People Magazine's Most Beautiful People, not once, but twice.
Oh, I believe
Twice.
it.
It's unbelievable.
You know, she said she was a rower in college, and now I've had a rowing machine for about 12 years, and that is my primary workout.
It's good, right?
Like an hour and a half every day. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
That's
that
one of
gets
the best workouts there is.
Not only was she on the rowing team, she got a full ride to Syracuse.
Yeah.
On the crew team.
I can imagine the physical shape she was in.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Wow.
All right, listen, man. The people are calling for you. You got another couple tunes you want to belt out before John Hussey joins us?
Sure. Hey, you remember Engelbert Humperdinck?
Oh my God, that's my mom's favorite. Do you know? Here's a quick story. I was at the airport, JFK. My grandmother was taking a flight to India. My mother, this was 19-something, right? 1970 something. My mother goes, "Oh my God, it is Engelbert Humperdinck standing there." She goes like this. She goes, "Go, Sukanya, go say hello." And I was like, "Oh my God." I was like, "Hello, Mr. Humperdinck. My mother over there likes you." And he was such a gentleman. I cannot tell you.
What was his big song? I lost it in my head. All right, so I sing you to sleep.
Yeah.
Right?
After the lovin'.
Yeah,
I love it.
I actually got a few requests for that, so I thought I'd go ahead and belt out a.
Go ahead, baby. The floor is yours.
So I sing you to sleep after the lovin'. I brush back the hair from your eyes, and the love on your face, it's so real that it makes me wanna cry. And I know that my song isn't saying anything new. Oh, but after the loving, baby, after the loving, I'm still in love with you.
Love it. I see why my mom loved it. I see why my mom loved it. I mean, I always wondered, like, how the hell do you get the name Humperdinck? Like, why?
And if your last name's Humperdinck, what do you come up with Engelbert?
Like, I'm always, but he's a Brit, right? He's English, so you know they have. Yeah, he's a Brit.
Is that his real name, Suki? I'm looking it up right now.
He is a Brit. I mean, he was a lovely, charming English gentleman with that accent. Engelbert Humperdinck. All right, let's find out.
Yeah, I think it is.
It was his name.
Then
right?
again, you know, if you're in a record store and you're thumbing through albums and you see Engelbert Humperdinck, you're gonna stop and look at that album cover. And
that's true.
So it might have, you know, he might have used that to sell records. I don't know.
Engelbert Humperdinck. I love it, man. Phil, you've been putting out songs every day on the Facebook?
I have been putting out quite a few. Yeah, almost daily.
Yeah, and I know you. The following is just built up like crazy, man. It's just it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
I know you've been retired for how long now officially?
April 2nd, April, May, June. So yeah, over 2 months.
2 months, huh?
Months, yeah.
April, May, June, yeah, it's about 2 months.
Have you gotten on a regular sleep schedule? That's always like big for like, you know, people who work 24s and, you know, like, you know, work overnights. I don't know if you had to work overnights and all that and weekends.
Oh yeah, years and years of shift
years
work.
and years of holidays, weekends, nights.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, and you know, if you ask my wife, she will tell you he can sleep anywhere at any time.
Anytime,
no
yeah.
So I'm not suffering any ill effects from sleep cycle syndrome or whatever.
Funny.
Yeah, I'm doing great. I go to sleep. You know, if I watch the 10 o'clock news, then I've actually stayed up too late. And,
Wow, that's how I feel.
and I will sleep 6, 7, 8 hours. No problem. No problem.
Yeah, you can't get Suki after 8:30. It's impossible.
I am like, I need to shut down because I get up so early that I don't know about how everybody else feels. Like, I feel like I got to shut down because Don't you feel on a given day you're bombarded by so much stuff? Your email, your social media, your kids, your husband. You got things to do. You got chores right and left. And I need to get, this is when I start drinking my cup of tea or my glass of wine, and then I just got to wind it down. Everything's got to go down.
Yeah, I'm bombarded by adult movies all day long, and it wipes me out, Phil. Really.
Birdie,
Yeah, you close that computer at the end of the day and say, I never want to look at another computer again.
Birdie, somebody said Sharon Cooper said Engelbert's real name was Arnold George Dorsey.
Arnold George Dorsey, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Somebody wanted to know, are you taking up a sport in your retirement? Somebody wanted to know, are you taking up golf?
No, I'm not a golfer. I don't really do anything. I have a man cave. It's my shop and my workout area, and I've got my workout equipment in there. So, the wife, she's a quilter. She will go to her room.
Wow, she's a quilter?
Oh my gosh. She quilts.
Wow, she's a quilter.
Wait, can I ask you? Wait, hold on.
Phil, that would only come from a female species. You would never hear me say, wow, she's a quilter.
Okay, so Phil, this is what my daughter wanted for her birthday. I don't know how to use this thing. I have no clue.
Singer sewing machine, Suki.
Like a kid's singer. I don't know how. I need somebody to help me because the thing goes it's actually like it lights up and it goes like it. See, but I don't know what the hell it's doing. I'm like, oh,
Suki, that's like the oven with the bulb in it.
Oh yeah, the oven. Yeah.
Well,
you're not sewing anything with that.
My wife would be the one to ask. I don't know anything about it, but she's got like 5 machines that probably cost as much as my Chevy Tahoe.
Okay.
And they are so technologically above my head that I can't even imagine.
Wow, that's amazing.
They're computers, machines with needles, basically.
Yeah, yeah.
She put a quilt. The one that she's working on about a month ago was, I want to say, 9,000 pieces to this quilt.
Whoa.
Yeah, and that's, she puts those things out like crazy, and she does awesome work. They are.
Wow.
Phil, listen, before we bring John Hussey in, a lot of folks are asking, I know you've sung it on here before, but I know it's a great go-to for you, and the audience just loves it. A little easy before we bring John in, and then of course you'll be back at the end for us as well.
Yeah. I know it sounds funny, but I just can't stand the pain. Girl, I'm leaving you tomorrow. Seems to me, girl, I've done all I can. You see, I begged, stole, and I borrowed. That's why I'm easy. I'm easy like Sunday morning. That's why I'm easy. I'm easy like Sunday morning. Yeah.
I wanna be high, so high.
I want to be free to know the things I do all right.
I want to be free. Just free.
Phil, you're the best, baby. You're the best. Listen, don't go anywhere. There's more to do with you. Stick around, all right?
I'll be here.
All right, my friend. Suk, this next guy I love. I love him not because he's an NFL ref for the last almost 20 years, but because he's doing things with animals, and when people do things with animals, they're good people.
Yes.
Am I right or am I right?
Yes.
You know how I feel about dogs, right?
I know how you feel about dogs, and he wore number 35 on the field. Maybe people saw him in the NFL jersey right there. John Hussey!
John Hussey, ladies and gentlemen. John, how are you, pal?
I'm doing fantastic. I'm just praying that you don't ask me to sing. That's my...
John, we hear you like to sing Elvis in the shower. Can you give us a few bars?
I just practiced my referee announcements in the shower, Scott.
I love it. Wait, hold on. Before let me show how handsome you are. Where is it? Hold on, Suk. Here he is. I got to share screen it up. There he is.
All right.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Huh? Come on.
Thank you.
Let me go full screen on that one. Oh, it's as big as it gets. Yeah. All right. That's what she said, Suki. Come on.
As a woman, we're used to that, Scotty. That's
my pre-COVID 10 pounds I got from the COVID crisis.
They call it the COVID 15. They call it the 15, Johnny.
John, listen, I want to talk about Cuddly in a second, but just real quick on the NFL stuff. Do you think? I mean, I think the NFL will be back regular time in September. I think it's going to be no audience in the crowds. What do you think?
So right now it's business as usual for us, and we're being told to prepare like we're going to have a season, and that everything is. There's a lot of unknowns for people, and back in the league office, I know there's a lot of very smart and talented people that are trying to figure it out. And there's some contingency plans. I don't really have any insight into what direction that's going. I don't think anybody does right now. Yeah. But I do believe in my heart of hearts we will be playing football in the fall.
Well, it seems like the NFL has it together better than the baseball league, the National Baseball League. The MLB seems like it's. I mean, we're already going into like end of June in a couple of weeks, and nothing has really happened. So
yeah, well, the MLB's fighting basically over money at this point. A lot of folks think they should just bag the season, get the union together, and get the negotiations going and get them ready for next year. But to me, listen, if you could play 50, 60 games, it's still better than nothing. And John, listen, you've been doing this in the NFL for almost 20 years. Super Bowls? Any Super Bowls for you?
Yeah,
2011, right?
Yeah, 2011. I was the line judge, Pittsburgh, Green Bay, and Dallas. The Super Bowl in the new stadium in Dallas.
Wow.
And then I was the alternate last year in Miami for the Chiefs and the 49er game.
Wow. What's that like on that stage? I mean, like people don't really. I mean, we hear a lot about the players, but nobody really understands how much the refs give up of their own personal lives to be on the field with them, and the conditioning you guys have to be in.
Yeah, good conditioning, man.
People don't think of us as the third team on the field. And a lot of times people, I think of us that we come on Sundays and just are there to screw up the football game. That's and that's like the least outcome that we want to have. We work very hard. In fact, right now, just started at 5 o'clock. There's a weekly study group of about 150 officials, replay and such, that are studying rules right now on Tuesday night. And it's June 9th, correct? So we're working now.
Yeah, no, it is amazing. You watch you guys run back and forth. And I mean, listen, the players are so big. They're so fast. And, you guys, keeping up with that action is just incredible. And, we look at it as bloopers when they show it. But a lot of times you guys are right in the middle of the action, getting bumped around pretty good.
It's amazing the athletic ability that these players have. 19 years in the league, going on, that long career. I thought I've seen everything. So, I mean, just Reggie Wayne, 5 touchdowns in a game to come back. Peyton Manning come back and I could go on and on about the amazing, spectacular feats that these players do week over week. It's amazing. I'm blessed to have the opportunity to be in this arena with them.
How long is the process to become a ref?
Yeah,
with
how long?
The NFL? I'm curious about that.
So for me personally, I started in Pop Warner on Saturdays. I was 22 years old, looking to make a little extra change. My uncle was a high school rep, and he said, "Why don't you try this?" And then once you got that Friday night lights in your blood, in front of 2,000 people working a high school varsity game, it just became something that I wanted to pursue as a passion. And so I never said, "Oh God, I want to grow up and be an NFL ref one day." It just sort of started happening. And then I started looking, I'm an A personality. I try to pursue things with a tremendous amount of passion. And so, ultimately it worked out for me.
Love it.
And do you have to, like, one more on the NFL, are you work out like a madman just to stay in shape to do that gig for 16 plus weeks a year?
You do have to stay in shape. And what's interesting, I work out with a trainer and then I work out for myself. And the one thing that I really work on, and you guys probably would appreciate this, is you're chasing the quarterback out of bounds and then you have a penalty and now you have to make an announcement. So you're chasing a 22-year-old Patrick Mahomes who runs fast. and then you've got to announce holding, and you don't want to sound winded, so you really have to work on your.
Penalty.
Hold on a second. Let me catch
roughing the passer. First,
my wife said the other day, because we've been here and working out's been kind of hard. She goes, "Oh, my husband's he's so vain, he'll lose the weight by football season." So there's a little bit of vanity in it,
Yeah, I'm sure, because you know what? There was another person that was like the hot ref during the NFL, or somebody called him the hot. You remember that?
He was all jacked up.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't want to say his name because he loves hearing his name, so I'm just.
You know exactly who I'm talking about. Then
I know exactly who you're talking about.
John, don't give him the satisfaction.
No.
All right. So listen. So about 6 years ago, you started this company called Cuddly, and you're just doing amazing things with animal rescue. And I was just reading the article about it, and from what we assumed and reading the article, this whole pandemic really just sent adoptions through the roof.
Yes. So Cuddly is a crowdfunding platform built specifically for animal welfare organizations worldwide. And we started 6 years ago. I was an angel investor in the opportunity, actually. It wasn't my idea. I funded somebody. Ultimately, over time, I became the CEO of this company. And I will say that my involvement role as CEO has changed me as a human being. It's actually made me a better human being. The compassion that people have for animals, I've been able to see firsthand, and it's just amazing to me. And I have a rescue dog myself, and Benji is his name, and he sleeps on our bed now. I mean, it changed me.
I was wondering, because we're humanity, right? Humans, we need people. Being isolated for 83, 84 days, so many of us. How do they go about adopting? Like, do they come in? Is it online? Are you going through the process like we are right now, where you talk to them, kind of get in their head to see if that's a good, fur baby's mother or father? You know what I mean?
Well, so that's a great question, actually, because the pandemic has changed the operating model for shelters. The first thing that happened, which nobody saw, was that a lot of people, because they were homebound, they went to the shelters and cleared them out. They emptied the shelters and fostered them.
Wow.
So, yeah. And so a lot of shelters didn't have a strong foster program. They might have had it parked in the corner. They might have attended to it a little bit, but it wasn't important. And what they realized how important foster-based care is, now those animals are no longer sitting in the kennels. There wasn't an ability for people to go to those shelters because of COVID. So the foster stepped in to take care of them. The animals get better care. They're in these homes with families. These families are taken care of. And it'll be interesting to see what happens now, if those animals will be returned or if they'll become permanent members of those households. I'm kind of interested to see that statistic. People go back to work. Can they still care for that animal? My sense is that they will keep them in their homes. I don't see people taking them back. But what the sheltering community has found, and what the thought leaders have found, is that reliance on foster is much better for the animal. It reduces the amount of disease they could be exposed to, the fact that they're living in kennels. So we'll see a new model. And you alluded to virtual adoptions. Technology's now got to catch up, right? So we're going to do Zoom interviews. There used to be a time in rescue where it was harder to adopt an animal than it was a child. Mm-hmm. They made it so difficult with home welfare checks and reference checks and all that. And I think a lot of this has sped up that process to help these animals get into these homes quickly.
Yeah. I actually think, like, how do you foster a dog or a cat at this moment and then say, you know what?
Yeah, you give it away. I'd have 15 of them if that's why I can't foster a dog, because I'd end up just keeping all of them. I couldn't do it.
Yeah, Scott, you wouldn't take it back after he was in your house. Right?
Yeah, no way.
Right. Well, and that's where Cuddly's come in. So we played a really integral role in this. We didn't see it coming, obviously, but we're a fundraising platform. And what organizations used to do, like bake sales and local civic events and such like that, they couldn't do that. But they rely on 80% of their funding from donations outside for their organization. So Cuddly has stepped in, and now we allow a donor to come in. They know they're giving to a vetted animal welfare organization. They know they're giving specifically to an animal, and they can give monetarily, or they can buy these fosters a bed, a leash, food, to help that transition of this animal, because the fosters themselves are coming out of pocket.
You're right. You're right.
John, what's the I'm gonna type it in and put it up. What's the website? Because folks are asking.
Sure.
Let me just put this up. Is it cuddly.com or
cuddly.com?
cuddly.com.
Yes.
I feel like so much of what we've kind of experienced as a nation, and so many things that have been affected, how we're going to look at our jobs, how we're going to look at how we do business, how we treat each other, how do we adopt animals. I think the whole platform, the whole ecosystem is going to completely change. And I think it's all worth the reimagination, really, because I feel like we weren't really doing a good enough job in getting these animals to their forever homes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think, somebody said to me on my team that in this crisis, the animals are actually winning. And that's actually nice to hear that somebody's winning in this.
Yeah, no, I
heard that they were getting COVID, right, Scotty? Those 2 dogs in New York that got COVID.
Yeah, but they're not really sure about animals, if they get affected by it, or they can pass it along, or if they kiss a person, lick a person's face, and they just don't know. But it was always so good to see, with the environment and human beings being removed from the environment for a couple of months, how you see some of the animals coming back, and some of the animals even from the ocean hanging out on empty beaches for a little bit. And John, listen, you guys have done, I think with this past April, what was it, your 10,000th campaign to raise money?
Yeah, we've raised over $10 million in our 10,000 campaign. We have over 2,000 rescues and shelters on our site.
Wow.
And we're just getting started, honestly. We're just getting started.
Yeah,
So
and listen,
a passion project that has turned into sort of your life's mission, huh?
Yeah, it's I have a beautiful team. We're doing, it's a social impact company, right? So we are a for-profit business. There is a business model there, but we are doing, we're helping our community. We're helping animals. We're helping our partners. I'm grateful for this opportunity. And I didn't, when I got into it, like I said, I didn't think it would turn out this way. It's just been amazing.
So when you got into it, you were more of a hard ass and it turned you into a softie. Is that what you're trying to say?
Just like me as a referee, I'm more of a softie.
You're at a hard ass NFL ref, and now
to be truthful with you though, Scott, I think I've become a better official because of my involvement, because I'm more compassionate. And when I first started in the league, I was a hard ass. I self-admittedly I was a hard ass, and I'm not now. So interesting correlation.
Listen,
a lot happens with age with men. I thought that happens with age.
John, a lot of folks want to know how you got that cabinet up on the ceiling behind you.
That cabinet is huge up there.
I don't know what they're talking about.
Listen, all right, so cuddly.com. And John, listen, before you go, almost 20 years in the league, who is the best player you've seen? If you had to do a number one.
God, there's so many. I mean, I'm just gonna go with recent because there's so many. Lamar Jackson last year on a Thursday night. I don't remember who they were playing, but there was 3 defensive players chasing him at 3 different times.
Yeah.
Said, "Oh my God!" I mean, as they're chasing him out of bounds, not catching him, they're like, different, and I've never heard that before.
Guys, were you in Baltimore?
I was in Baltimore on Thursday night. Yeah.
Yeah, that kid is incredible.
Well, unbelievable. So I'm just going to give you the most recent one, but there's so many. I mean, Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, when I first came in the league, I mean, Brett Favre would light it up. He was incredible. There are so many players in this league that are amazing.
Man, so you're going on your 19th season or 20th?
19th, sir.
Nice. Wow. Congratulations, my man. Love it.
Thank you. Thanks for having me on your show. I appreciate it.
Oh,
absolutely.
That you do. Cuddly.com, everybody.
Cuddly.com. Keep it going, my friend.
We got to get you some cuddly t-shirts and cuddly swag. So
we love to cuddle. We love to cuddle.
Backwards to get it to you. They're really cute.
I'm going to give Nikki our addresses.
You got it. Please do. You will look good in it. You will.
Thank you, bud.
Thank you, guys.
Good luck. Hope there's a season.
Thank you so much. We'll see you on the field, hopefully.
Take care.
Number 35, right? Number 35.
Love that guy. Suk. Oh, it's a man. Now when we see him in the games, we're going to be like, hey, we know this guy.
We know him.
We know this guy too, don't we?
We love this guy.
Phil's like, can you people let me go, please? We don't let him go. We make him come in and out of the show.
Hey, I love it. I love it.
Everyone's very excited to see you again, Phil. You know, I just
Phil,
like music, laughter. This is a perfect show. Thank you, Marlene Piccarell.
Yeah.
Love it. So just, you know, we like Scotty and I like to put a little bit of everything in the show. So
Phil, one person wrote in, it went by already, but can you please have Phil on for like a half an hour, please? So here's what we're going to do. We got about 5-10 minutes left in the show. Really, doesn't matter how we leave when we want to leave, right? Yeah. I'm going to put this up full screen. I'm going to give you a trifecta of songs to go to right now. Any 3 songs you want to do in a row, give everybody what they want. Suki and I are going to sit back, and the floor is yours.
We're going to enjoy you, Phil. We're just going to enjoy you. I'm going to crank the music out, and we're going to enjoy you.
And then we'll tell everybody what show you're going to be on tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon
so at 2 o'clock. Yeah.
They can watch you, all right?
Sounds good.
You, my friend. Go ahead, bud.
I'll start off again. My song "Crazy Love" is still on iTunes, so you guys check it out. But anyway, I'll end my part of the show with 2 or 3, a medley of 2 or 3 country and rock and roll legends. And so here we go. You'll recognize it, I'm sure. In the twilight glow, I see them, blue eyes crying in the rain. When we kissed goodbye and parted, I knew we'd never meet again. Love is like a dying ember, only memories remain. Through the ages I'll remember blue eyes crying in the rain. How about a little George Jones? Well, if you told me that you love me, I'd feel so proud. If you let me hold you, honey, I'd holler out loud. I'll never love another, even if I can. So come to me, baby, I'm a one-woman man. Won't you let me, darling, just to kind of hang around? I'll always love you, honey, and I'll never let you down. Well, deep down in Louisiana, close to New Orleans, way back up in the wood amongst the evergreens, there stood an old cabin made of earth and wood, where lived a country boy named Johnny B. Good. He never learned to read or write so well, but he could play a guitar just like a ringing a bell. I said, go. I said, go, Johnny, go. I said, go. Go, Johnny, go. I said, go. Oh, Johnny, gotta be so good. Yeah.
I love it, Phil. I mean, that's just like what women wanted. They're like, my husband's named Phil, but he doesn't look like you. And he doesn't sing. I like that. I like that.
Phil, I think one night, what we should do is, I don't know how we do it with your music in the background, with how you get the music from that app that you use. We should have a Phil concert.
Yeah.
On the show. That's what we should. I think everybody would go nuts.
I wonder.
Yeah, I could figure something out for the music. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
How cool would that be, right? We'll introduce you. You do a concert for a half an hour, and we'll sit back and watch.
It'll be like a real show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll call it my back patio concert, and I'll do it right out there on the.
That's it, man. And we'll simulcast it on here, simulcast it on yours, simulcast it on Suki's, on mine, and it'll just be like one of those, right?
Phil, simulcast.
Yeah, just Phil, a night with Phil. I like that idea. And listen, tomorrow you're going to be on a show called To the Point. which folks can see on Facebook and YouTube, To the Point with Eric Mitchell. And it's Eric Mitchell. I think Eric's out of LA. He's like a sports agent, but he hosts a show and he does politics, entertainment. I'm on there a little bit. Suki and I are going to be on there pretty soon. And you're on tomorrow. I know everybody's very excited.
Yep.
You're going to be on what at 2:00 Eastern tomorrow, right?
It's going to be let's see, To the Point with Eric Mitchell, and it comes on at noon Eastern Standard Time.
Oh, it's noon tomorrow.
Noon tomorrow.
Okay, so it's noon in the East.
Yes, noon in the East, and got to speak a little bit with Eric. He's a good guy. He's a Marine veteran, and
Yes.
turned talk show host, and he asked the hard questions. I've watched some of his shows on YouTube. He's really good. He has a lot of good guests, and like I say, they talk about the hard discussions. So yeah. I
just looked at the eBay. It is noon. And listen, if maybe Suki and I'll pop in as a surprise at one point, make you feel like you're at home.
You can't get rid of us.
Yeah.
What time is it?
I don't want to get rid of you guys.
12:00 in the East. So it's Phil. What are you? 2 hours behind?
One.
Oh, just one. Okay, you're Central Time.
Yes.
Okay, so you'll all right. So that's 11:00 your time, 12:00 our time. All right, great. I'm gonna be writing in the comments. Make Phil sing. I want Phil to sing. Make him sing.
I'll be ready. I'll be ready.
Phil, it's been great. Thank you so much.
I love you guys. Always a pleasure.
What a great show. What a great hour. I got to say,
really.
This is great. I mean, I got to thank everybody for liking us and sharing it and, and also, following us. I mean, it really allows us to have a platform to promote Phil and promote all the people that we love. I mean, really. Right. I mean, that's what this show is about. Like Scott and I just kind of creating an environment where we share all the people and things that we love, and we want other people to like it. So it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, and I think we're just reaching 20,000 followers to the show in a pretty short time, and everybody's loving it. And the celebrities. Yep. Phil, listen, tomorrow night we have Jane Hansen, who you may remember from Network TV. We've got Bob Papa, legendary voice of the New York Giants. Thursday night, we got John O'Hurley. Who's the girl? Who's this girl in the screen? I don't even.
She's talking.
Thursday night, John O'Hurley, who played Peterman in Seinfeld.
Remember him?
He's huge. And Friday night, we just booked Mark Summers, the guy who's been the longtime host of was it Double Dare, Souk, on Nickelodeon?
Double Dare, he's on Food Network.
Yeah, he's on Food Network. So I'll tell you, it's just people are just they're clamoring to get on. It's a fun show, and you're one of our first guests, and we love having you, man. And you don't ever have to wait for an invitation when you want to come on and see us. You know that.
I won't, and I love you. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys having me on, and it's
and really, Phil, the whole reason is we're gonna get a show, so we're gonna get this going, and at the end of the show, when the unicorn shows, time to go home.
Yeah,
I'm looking for work. So
Shiloh will be cruising around in the studio. You'll have a band in front of you, and with a live audience, it's gonna be great.
Sweet. I was thinking maybe possibly a tux or a suit with the top collar unbuttoned and the tie hanging loose.
I like that. I like the second one. That's good. Yeah.
Okay.
Just wear your cruiser sunglasses, though. Everybody loves those.
Yeah.
All right, my man. We love you, pal. Listen, have fun tomorrow. And listen, I would love to do that concert, man. I'd love to sit back here in front of all my games and just watch you sing, and I'll put up all the comments, man.
We'll make it happen.
Absolutely. Let's do that. All right, bud. We love you.
We love you too. See you guys.
Talk to you soon, my man.
Thank you so much.
He's the best. Phil's the best.
Jennifer Stoddard said best hour of the day. Kelly Bouchard says hello. Boyd Beckley said skinny tie. Scott, yes. Suki, yes. Do that. That sounds good. Hi, everyone. She should say good night.
Hey, who's the guy behind the meat? So yeah, Suki, what is today? Is today Tuesday?
Today is Tuesday. Tomorrow is Wednesday.
Wednesday, okay.
And it's the 9th of June.
Oh my God. Can you imagine? I have another pay-per-view on Sunday. It's crazy.
I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy for you. I'm going to pick up with TLC on the 22nd again. Fun Love Live. So we're going to get busy. Monday nights might be a little hectic, but we're going to swing it.
Oh, that's going to be great. We get you from the Find Love Live studio.
Right there. I'm going to be right there. I'm going to be sitting.
Listen, we could always go back to 7 if it makes it easier for you in that studio on Mondays. We could do Mondays at 7, whatever.
Yeah,
works.
we're going to have to figure that one out, Scotty. That might be, you might have to, we're going to have to figure that one out.
We'll have to get a guest co-host on that one. Ooh, Suki, you know who I can get on Mondays to co-host with me?
Bill? Mary Lou?
Nah, might have to be Donna D'Erico.
Donna!
Or as I might say,
Suki, I wouldn't want to lose you on Mondays, but if I have to.
I'm sure, Scotty. If I have to. Twist my arm, Suki!
That means I might have to get her number for co-hosting on Mondays. Nah, I wouldn't do that. You kidding me? I'd bring Phil. Phil's the co-host. He comes in.
I think it'd be great. But I think Donna D'Erico would be a great one, and I think Mary Lou would be a great one too. I think it'd be a fun thing.
Yeah, we'll see, Suki. I'll pick maybe Carol Alt, a couple other supermodels.
Now that I've introduced you to supermodel Carol Alt, now she's your BFF. Like, oh, you're talking to her, huh?
Figure. They're all emailing me now. You know how it is. Scott, thanks for having us on. Sure.
Love you.
All right, babe. Tomorrow's Wednesday. Big night.
All right, Scotty. Thank you, everybody. Leanne Clancy, Deborah, Francis, Irene, Sweetie, Louise Morello.
Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go.
You know what Bobby Ross said, right? Put that up.
Show you the SS.
You gotta end with a quote by Bobby Ross all the time.
So funny. So my mother called me today. She says, "What was that about somebody having a tattoo with your name on it?"
Well, that's what Bobby Ross said. Bobby Ross was like, we'll finally see Donna D'Erico's SS tattoo.
Yes, I believe she just got that one 2 days ago following the show. Yeah, listen, Anita, sorry, no book readings tonight. The folks at Reach Around Productions have taken the night off.
They reached around and they found something that they wanted to explore a little bit more.
They're reaching around. We'll have them back on tomorrow. More books to read.
Trying to connect things.
Unreal.
All right, guys.
All right, Suker, I will see you tomorrow. And have yourself a good night, my dear.
See you later, babe. Busy night. Goodbye.